Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a daily message, so as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. For those of you that were wondering where I was, I am a key component in regards to listening to divine guidance and taking time for solace as needed, right? So I was playing in the woods and kind of reconnecting with old friends and just going through kind of a shift, right? As I've said before, I do believe we're in this state where we are all taking a shift for the better. Those that are holding the light, those that are doing the work are kind of dragging those that are asleep along. And sometimes it's very important for you to take time out to just disconnect and allow yourself to listen to your own internal guidance of like what you need more of, right? Sometimes it's as simple as identifying a color or an energy of what you need to add more into your space, right? For those of you that are drinking, you could quite possibly have a rip or a tear in your aura, causing you to be very lethargic and sleepy. So sometimes that needs to be healed and that needs to be cleared up. And so you take time to allow your energy to cleanse via fasting, via energy concentration, sound therapy, going through and soaking in the ocean, soaking in sea salt, and allowing your body to recalibrate to a higher vibration, a higher state of being. For those of you that have never done sea salt baths, it is a game changer. Like, you will legit sleep like a log. It's crazy and it's peaceful and it's just this resetting benevolence of energy. And I just kept hearing through the meditations, what is it that you are, like, it's like a clear channel of identifying what it is you really want. Not what you think you're supposed to have via what somebody else tells you is what you're supposed to have. It's the identifying and listening to the heart center, clearing out the manipulation of the mind, right? For those of you that are clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, like, know that there are lower vibrational entities that do impede our space. And so when you are reacting in a state of impulsiveness, it's very important to identify, like, who does this actually belong to? Does it even belong to me, right? And then separate yourself from that energy and allow your cognitive awareness to actually shift the vibrational frequency that you are emanating, not only within self, but exterior, because your energy is potent. For a lot of you out there, you're probably a lot of projectors, a lot of towers, a lot of energy towers. And so you have to start understanding, like, the energy that you are feeding yourself is essentially impeding your vibration. When you sleep with excessive people, you are picking up that person's energy. And so that is affecting the way that you move in the world. If you sleep with somebody who is bipolar and a manic depressant, you will have these bouts of, like, spastic energy. And so it's very, very pertinent that you are protective of your energy, that you're protective of the energy around you, and that you're clearing your space, right? And you're opening up to this, like, this shift. Okay. And then so there could be a possibility today where you are celebrating the achievement of sovereignty, right? Maybe you've gone through this process of where you have, it's with the crescent moon. With the crescent moon, there's going to be some kind of a rebirthing cycle. There's something, what ring is that, guys? There's something in regards to, the collective consciousness through genealogy, through genealogical vibrations, templates, through the DNA structures that are dissolving in this next crescent moon, right? So if you have identified in your family repeating patterns that have kept you stuck, right? Then you want to identify, specifically when it comes to like money, health, your emotional state of being, where you're pulling your inspiration from, because these are the anchors, the vibrations that are essentially keeping you in an old timeline by perpetuating dysfunctionality and old toxic traits. And so you just want to go through and identify like where you've fallen short, right? Where you maybe have not... it's all about like the things that you need to heal from, the things that you need to detach from, and understand like there's a lot of different pathways to get to the same outcome, right? So that you can then invest in your future. And there quite possibly might, what was that? So whoever's in a state of hopelessness, right, or where you're in despair or where you're in longing, take a moment, ground your energy, right? If you have not already cut your cord, cut your grounding cord, lay a new grounding cord, connect into the core of the earth, and pull in the vibration of this spectrum, right? So it's a bright white, it's got an aquamarine, and then like a fuchsia infused in it. And just kind of see that rope and pull up the power, the energy, the power, the vibration from the earth, and allow it to transmute any energy, dense energy that you've been holding on to, right? Because there's this negativity and this like lackadaisical vibration of like, this is all that there is. It's just boring. There's never any excitement. There's an inability here of being in a vulnerable connection due to somebody not honoring their truths of what their heart's desires truly is. It's instead they're choosing to live in the vibration that like love is never reciprocated. It equals pain. It equals blockages. There's like stuck energy. And know that like if you've encountered a bunch of shitheads, or if you've encountered people that lie, cheat, steal to get ahead, that will tell you what you want to your face, but in actuality they're like trying to manipulate your finances behind your back, right? If you guys have been encountering that, know that those are all karma. And like you have to not only love yourself for not seeing through the bullshit, right? Because you were caught up in whatever you were caught up in. But you need to continue to anchor in this independence, right? You are a magnificent energy source and you are strength incarnated. And it truly is a state for you to understand that the reason why you have the low self-esteem you do is because if you were to step into your confidence, like, can you think, like, here's the thing, right? Is like, if you're watching me, more than likely, you are a potent energy on this planet. And if you put your thoughts into your projections of energy, it comes to you like rapidly. I would say like 48, 72 hours, like you get what you want. It's not years. It's not cycles. It's like your energy is so tailored and dialed in that like when you are on a high flying disc, like it just comes to you. And if you wouldn't felt like shit about yourself, if you wouldn't have thought you were unlovable, if you wouldn't have thought, oh, I don't deserve to have X, Y, and Z, right? And you are constantly replaying the things that you went through as a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult. Oh, that person didn't love me because they didn't reciprocate for me. Oh, this person didn't love me because they chose X, Y, and Z, right? And instead, that's an inability in their own self, and you need to let them work through their own stuff. But for you, like when you come into alignment with self, when you come into the alignment with like you are a lovable being in a body, like you are here to truly play and have fun and execute and to like literally wake up in joy every single day without like sandpaper, without hiccups. Yeah, it doesn't mean life is going to be all rainbows and butterflies, right? Because we're here to have a contrasting experience. It's what we signed up for. But the thing is that you lean into the contrast. And like the minute you can actually identify, and I just want to point out too, like my deck is flipped. It's comboed. It's not all upside down. Like all of these are upside down. And the thing is it's like when you finally realize like what has not been serving you in your current reality, the mind frame, the thought forms, where you have been mind fucked, right? Where have you been manipulated? Like not only in like your day to day, but like in your internal dialogue, right? And like that achievement is going to shift like whatever's been impeding you. It's literally going to heal all of these a multitude of aspects within self so that you then can like beam, like glow from the inside, right? I'll never forget the first time a dog walking clearly across on the trail, walked completely, I'd say probably a good like 15 feet and sat on my foot and just looked up at me. And I was like, whoa. That's never happened before. And it was like this confirmation of exactly what I needed to realize that I had transmuted all the bullshit I walked through, that I walked with, right? And all the inabilities, all the letdowns, all of the stuff that you experience in the life. And I was like, cool, like, does it mean I'm done? Absolutely not. But it's an indicator. And so like today, ask the divine to give you an indicator to show that you have achieved what you're supposed to at this anchoring point in time, that you have become independent, that you're no longer controlled by these old karmic patterns of money manipulation and health manipulation and emotional manipulation. And you are stepping into like, you're stepping into and exiting out of an old paradigm into a completely different realm, a completely different evolutionary cycle, right? It's kind of like you're going from like your solar plex into your heart center. And you're literally switching from hopelessness to hopefulness. From lack into abundance. And whatever you're speaking into existence, know that your words do have power. So if you are constantly invoking a lower timeline, know that like that's what you're going to get stuck in for the next 18 years. You are the magician in the mirror. You are the fire and ice. You know, you can culminate your heart's desires of like whatever a happy family looks like for you, right? But it's very pertinent and very important that you are balancing your yin and yang energy, your masculine and feminine, that everything is in unification for that heart opening to burst open. If any of this resonates with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you would like a personal reading, all the information is listed below. Until next time, be well and ciao.